Speech Therapy Monday. Got a dancing frog here. I've got two guests. We are going to talk a lot about the benefits of eating moss. I'm actually not an herbologist, so don't eat moss out there. But you ever eat a pine tree? Ever eat a pine tree? All right, Ray is crop dust in the audience right now. Yeah, Ray's in the chat room, and he's in the green room, which is pretty cool. Anything to do with food, please. Boney is in the chat room. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna run this thing without Boney? I've got my glasses today, just in case, because today's a very special day. These don't really work. They're purely cosmetic. But today's show is quite special because we are going to be bringing on two comedians to go with this comedian. Hey, Chuck, great to see you. Everybody's here. Yeah, so we're going to bring two comedians, one from Great Falls, Montana, and the other from Birmingham, Alabama. You've seen them both on the show, but never together. So this is the first time. So step back. There might be a dangerous chemical released, I think. There's Jack. He's in the green room as well. Looking smart. Yeah, things are good. Things are good. Stony Boney running the chat room. Moss topped with lichen. Yeah, I don't know about eating moss. I really don't know. It might kill you. Especially probably different types of moss. There's probably somebody out there who's a moss expert who just knows exactly what moss. It's probably Elizabeth Moss. That's what I would think. So step back, enjoy the show. We're going to take a risk today in the name of science. Today we're doubling down on the new segment called Comedians Talking About Science. Yeah. I can't see with those things. We have attempted this on the show before, but never on this grand scale. And as Neil says, what could possibly go wrong? Exactly. This is going to be another perfect show, I think. Perfect show. Moss, is it good for the heart? Some people put dirt on their salad. Mark Strugnell is here. Fantastic to see him. I hope we can have a dance break from him soon. Liz Moth maintains your figure with a strict moss-only diet. Exactly. So it's a natural fit, right? Science and comedians. Because scientists and comedians are well-known deep thinkers. And the two gentlemen that I have today are no exception, I'll tell you. So we're going to see if we can illuminate some subjects for the viewers and perhaps move science, forward a little, which is the job of storytellers, especially in this modern world. As I have incorrectly stated on the show many times, and I will again today, there would be no submarine as we know it today without Jules Verne's 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There would be no iPad without Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, and there would be no pizza in a cup without Steve Martin's landmark film, The Jerk. So we're going to see if we can, tease out some new innovations today. We're going to take on a couple of subjects. Matt Wright is here. Thank God he can help us with the fact checking. Comedy works if it's repeatable and stands up to peer review. Just like science. I'm actually working on a new cover. Oh, good. And yes, it's a Gas Huffer song. Oh, that's going to be so good. I can't wait for that. Okay, so as knowledgeable as we are, Crayz Ray Scanlon and Jack Does Horror Franklin, we're all going to talk together, and we might get a little off the beaten track because, we're storytellers. So if you could rein us in with some actual facts. Before we get on to this exciting time with these two incredible comedians, I would like to announce that on Wednesday's show, we are going to have world champion ornithologist Joseph Gattenberg of the University of Miami. Yeah. To enlighten us with the behaviors and the beauty of the hummingbird. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's get on with this show, because this is not that show. This is the one before it. This is the show before it. So let's get it going. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 Okay, we're gonna breathe. We're breathing now. I can hear the green room, so I'll be able to hear them breathe as well. Yeah, so these guys are trapped in the green room with Boney, all chatting away. Okay, so as in all episodes of Lunch Therapy, we're gonna take time to breathe. This is the single most important part of the show. So let's get to it. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. That's a good question. Let it go. It's interesting that you say crypto token, because that's one of the subjects today. I just wanted to say at the end of the show, we're going to enjoy another cover song, Dance Break, from two young men from the channel, the YouTube channel Taylor Bloom. Taylor Bloom is a young man from the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. Benjamin Cooley is the gentleman singing with him. He's from Queens, New York. So we're covering the entire country. We've got people from all over the country today and outside of the country. So that's super cool. Let's see. Oh dear. Joel Marshall's Lunch Therapy Profanity. Greg Wordle is here. Thank God he's going to tell us about the submarine. Yes, but I've revised my statement to the submarine as we know it today. So maybe I'm talking about like the nuclear submarine. Okay, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. So yes, Todd, this is Science Week, because on Friday I'm going to be interviewing Seishu Ajarpapu, the Senior Director of Pathfinding at Google's DeepMind. So we're going to talk about his life. We're going to talk about, what brings him, how he thinks. We're going to figure out how he thinks. If he, as long as he doesn't see the show today, I think he probably will show up. So that's good. Let's get on with one more breath. Take a bong, Guignol, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Yes. Kieran Haslam is here, first time caller. Good to see you. Let it go. Please subscribe, Kern. Can Mark's Huffer cover be captured in a tradable NFT crypto token? If you can you share this? Some of this cut with me. Loretta's here. Cornelius Drebel was a baller. iPads were invented by God. He gave the first ones to Moses. Of course. Okay, let's get on with the show. Comedians talking science. All right, so that's Comedians Talking Science, and there they are. There are two comedians right here. I was going to bring them on in a much more dramatic fashion, but I seem to have blown that completely. So we have Crayz Ray Scanlon and Jack Does Horror Franklin with us today. Good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see you guys.
All right. Are you ready? Are you guys? What I want to know is, are you nervous?
Ready.
Are you nervous about this?
No way. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
I'm frightened. I'm totally frightened.
I wish my beard was better now that I'm with Ray.
So
his beard is so manly.
Yeah, isn't it? He's got us beat on the beard for sure.
He makes me feel like I got a boy band beard now. I was feeling confident about my beard, and now that Ray's on, I'm like, damn, I'm such a less of a man now.
I know. I could only grow
Soon it's
facial
gonna
hair
be
this year.
May.
You're going to need a heck of a lot more fact checkers for these 3 comedians talking science. Yeah, we're going to need some help, some serious help.
Somebody's already talking truth in here.
Yeah. So, Gunnell says Great Falls is full of geniuses. Is that true, Jack?
No, just me, baby.
Just you.
Just me.
We're a time lapse of beard growth. This is the most I can grow. Totally.
The evolutionary chart of the beard.
Before, after. All right, let's get into this thing. I'm going to start us out with just some simple old YouTube to show you guys, get us warmed up. I'd first, let's get in here. This is Jack Does. This is something that this is Jack's website, or Jack's YouTube channel. And I invite everybody to go over there and subscribe because it's super cool. And I just want to show that at the top of the show. We are going to have some of Ray's comedy on here too. But first, some science.
Uh-oh.
Perseverance rover. So do you guys know about this? Did you see?
Yes.
Okay, so it touched down just recently on Mars in an impossible task. And so this is what happened. They have video of it.
The spacecraft will jettison the entry balance masses in preparation for parachute deploy and to roll over to give the radar a better look at the ground.
This is incredible. So there it is.
Indicates
that's the parachute as it lands.
Navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed.
This is real too. This is not like CGI.
In velocity, our current velocity is
looks like a Resident Evil fan.
Per second.
You think?
That's what I was thinking. The umbrella.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys. Can you read that umbrella?
Can I borrow your glasses, Joel?
Right? I don't.
It says something.
I don't speak Mars.
I was like, what is wrong?
Subscribe to Jack Does.
Yeah.
It says what?
Subscribe to Jack Does.
So this turns out this was like an Easter egg. This was an Easter egg. And this is how cool these scientists are, is that they not only put this thing on Mars, but they threw in this, they thought, oh, let's put a code in the parachute. And it turns out, and they put it out to the internet just to see if anybody would notice what it says.
I know what it says.
What?
Don't break our machine, aliens.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right?
Yeah, that's what it says. No, you know what it says? It says, dare great things. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? So it's
is that a motto for something?
It's in some kind of binary code. No, I think they're just saying, hey, look, we did this crazy thing. And I think you should probably do that as well.
Yeah.
And we're doing it right now on lunch therapy.
Yeah, here we are. We're daring great things. So I'm inspired by this. I wanted to inspire y'all. I trust them just like my doctors. I don't know.
Elbow call.
Yeah, totally. Matt says, like science, comedy starts with essential questions like, how many psychologists does it take to screw in a light bulb? Exactly. So I've got...
how many?
How many does it, Matt?
Yeah.
How many psychologists does it take? We're going to get on with this. There's actually a medical story coming up that we're going to get to
velocity.
maybe.
Our current velocity is 450
I just want to watch them
per
land.
second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
This is crazy.
Heat shield set.
Yeah.
Perseverance is now slowed to subsonic
That doesn't even look
speed,
real.
and the heat
It
shield
doesn't,
has
does
been
it? But
separated.
it is.
This allows both the radar and the cameras to get their
Light.
first look
Jeez.
at the surface. Current velocity is 145 meters per second at an altitude of about 9.5 kilometers above the surface.
Oh, man. So
I thought there was going to be so much more.
Well,
I
when
was looking for a epic landing.
oh, it's going to land. On its way to Mars, it was traveling 47,000 miles per hour.
Solution, 3.3 meters per second.
Yeah,
Altitude,
which is 15 times the
7.4
speed
Now has radar
of a
locked
bullet.
on the ground. Current velocity is about 100 meters per second, 6.6 kilometers above the surface of Mars.
They're already cheering.
Well, they're still holding their
Is
breath.
continuing to descend on the parachute. We are coming
If you can imagine
upon
working on this thing
the
for like
initialization of
Oh my
the
God.
navigation and subsequently the priming of the landing engines. Our current velocity is about 90 meters per second, with an altitude of 4.2
It
kilometers.
does. All right. Let me speed it up a little bit.
This is what actually looks like under a
We
microscope.
have
That's
the
right.
priming of the landing engines.
Oh, look at this. So that's the crater they're going to land in.
Now it looks like a fat person's butt.
Back shell set.
Current velocity is 83 meters per second at about 2.6
Don't tell Mars that.
kilometers from the surface of
Retaliate.
Mars. We have confirmation
You look
that
like
the
a
back
fat
shell has
person's butt,
separated.
Mars.
We are
Hey,
currently
it took them
performing the
18 months
divert
to get
maneuver.
here, so
Current velocity
we're
is
good.
about 75 meters
Fact
per
check
second
that, I
and an
guarantee you.
altitude of about a kilometer off
Earth
the
to
surface
Mars,
of
18
Mars.
months.
This is
Here in
nuts.
safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative
Okay, I'm going to
navigation.
fast forward. Here we go.
Maneuver.
Here's the last part.
Skycam maneuver has started. About 20 meters off the surface.
I got to see it land.
Slam into 1,000 feet.
We're getting signals from MRO.
We could totally do that.
After this, I'm playing with some
Yeah.
RC cars.
Touchdown confirmed.
There, and then the thing flies
Safely
away.
On the surface of Mars.
Drops the thing down and
Ready
flies
to
away.
begin seeking the sands of past life.
That was incredible. All right, moving along from NASA here. We've got Mars. Okay, that's a landscape of Mars. There's the rover. So it really, I mean, I don't know. I think it actually happened. This is cool
So
because
far,
you can.
We're so good at conversating about science.
I know, we're really good. We haven't gotten to the part where we have to actually tell about science.
Oh, okay.
This is just a warm up.
Yeah.
This is from the rover, and this is like a 360 view. It looks like, looks like, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like Valencia, California. Maybe it looks like
backyard.
Great Falls.
Looks
Okay,
like my backyard because of my dogs, man.
this is cool. This is just for fun. This is all just for fun, to relax, because we got some real science coming up. This is a drone flying through an amusement park.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that rad?
It's creepy. That music, now it's
Kind of is.
now it's good.
Yeah.
Now
I'll
it
probably
feels
get
like
in
we
trouble
should
with that
rap.
music. I'm going to turn the music off, in fact, because I'm going to turn my own music on, because you never know. Oh, my music's
that's
way too
like-
calm.
Now it's fun, but at first it was like a creepy clown movie.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Isn't that cool, though? I love that. I got some music.
That's going. How fast is that thing going,
I
man?
don't know. I got to get one of those things. I got to get a drone.
Right?
Don't we need
That's
a
like
drone?
me at 2 a.m, man.
Now I got this ridiculous clown music playing.
So I can see it captured.
Anyway, I love that. Okay, enough stalling. We're going to get to the actual thing here.
After 20 Red Bulls.
Are you all ready? Okay, good. Oh, wait, that's another amusement park. Hold on one second.
Yo,
this is what I
wanna hear a
got.
joke? What up, everybody? Comedian Crayz Ray Scanlon here once again, and I got a joke for you. Darla was on her deathbed as her husband John was praying beside her. He held her fragile hands as tears ran down his face. His praying roused her from her sleep, and she said, "My darling John, I have something I must confess." John said, "Darla, rest, honey. Don't speak. Don't speak. There's nothing to confess." Darla says, "John, I must tell you." John says, "There's nothing to tell. It's okay. It's gonna be okay, honey. Just lean back, take it easy, and rest yourself." She says, No, I must die in peace. John, I slept with your brother, your father, and your best friend." John looks at her and says, "I know, honey. That's why I poisoned you." Hit that like, hit that.
That's good. All right, so we're moving on. Moving on now. Here we go. Now that we got our comedy. All right, so here we go. This is now the main event, and I'm gonna hand this over to Jack to start us off on explaining what cryptocurrency is.
Okay, so from what, and by the way, I have invested in Bitcoin because
Really?
Oh yeah, because I found out that since the dollar's been that's been our currency since the first print of the dollar, 80% has been printed just this year. So if you go off of business and the cookie method of if you have 1,000 cookies and 10 people, cookies aren't worth that much value compared to if there was one cookie and 10 people, that cookie's worth a fortune. So I'm like, oh, it might be time to invest in a different currency because ours seems to be hitting the shit here. So it is a different currency. It's all digital, and it's the Wild West, man. Like I know when I got cryptocurrency, there's like you get a crypto wallet, you have to VPN.
Yeah.
You have to, it's so crazy, man. And it's because you're your own bank. But as Wild West as it is, there's stocks and trades. There's all this stuff with it that, outside of Elon Musk losing like $1 billion, it seems to be on the up and up, And I think that a lot of people are doing this currency because, I think that if you're looking at it, right now, it's kind of the best of the best, the creme de la creme of cryptocurrency.
Ray, what's the difference between cryptocurrency and Bitcoin?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want me to fake it?
Yeah.
I don't know that's I would say that cryptocurrency is money that you keep hidden from everyone else. And Bitcoins is shit you let everyone know that you have because it's just bits. That sounds good.
That sounds good. One time when I was a little kid at Sherwood Elementary in Edmonds, Washington, I had a $20 bill, which I was in elementary school, and that was a huge amount of money. Where you like think about like how am I going to invest this money, or what am I going to do with this money? And so what I did was I took it out on the playground, and I was running around, and it was all rainy and everything. And I would show it to people. Look, I was kind of bragging. Put it back in my pocket. And then we got in from recess and walking around in class, and I thought, I'm going to show somebody my $20 bill, and it was gone.
Bastards.
Yeah. And so
that's crypto right there.
Right. This is my explanation of crypto. So then Brady O'Brien, I think it was Brady O'Brien. I don't really want to implicate him too much, but he is the fire chief in Seattle, so it doesn't matter now because he's moved on. But I think he had then a $20 bill just magically, and I was like, hey, that's my $20 bill. It was all wet, He's like, no, it's mine. And I said, I'm pretty sure it's mine. And he said, oh, yeah? What's the serial number on it? And I didn't know.
Oh yeah, you're like what, 8, 9?
So I tried, like Ray, I tried to, come up with a number, I guess, and I didn't know it.
We'll go to Seattle and piss on the firehouse. That guy's messed up.
That guy's the coolest guy. That guy's like saves the world from fires. I know it's worth it. It was like a tip for what he was going to do the rest of his life because he's up there like, he's up there. Yeah.
I'm curious at how, so you obviously deal with it, right, Jack? You deal with cryptocurrency. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm conflicted now because I'm parted in two different ways. One, I always thought, I'm not going to invest or even try in this cryptocurrency stuff because there's no physical form of it that I can hang on to. But then you also got to think on the other side, it's like, is this physical form that I'm hanging on to going to be worth anything tomorrow? So, and then I'm also worried about it getting stolen, it being like somebody said, somebody literally did. I saw the news article, like Todd said, somebody literally lost $200 million.
$200 million.
Yeah, man, yeah. It's the Wild West. I mean, from what I understand, most money now is digital. Like 3% of our money is actual physical everything. So the jump to go into it wasn't that big for me.
Yeah.
And I did get pushed a little bit more when I started fact checking, probably 2000 and like mid 2020 or whatever, because we all did have as much to do. So I was like, I'll start being a computer guy. And once I started looking into it, I'm like, you know what? I don't know why you wouldn't It used to be, why would you invest?
That's what
in
I'm
Bitcoin?
starting to think now. Yeah.
Now I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, you at any point in time can cash out. So if you see a Bitcoin ATM or something, and you invested $25 and it hit 50, well, you can cash out for 50 then. Or like, I guess after tax, like 47 or something. But it's just like stocks that way. And
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Loretta said if you forget your Bitcoin password, you can't even, there's no way to recover it.
That's true, because especially not just for that, but your crypto email. Because you're not supposed to have anything that's attached to your social media. You're not supposed to have anything attached to anything where somebody can hack. You even have to get a keyboard, like a app or whatever, that will constantly scramble the keyboard for like bots. It's an insane thing but think about it. It's all worth it if you're protecting $200 million. Christ's sakes.
Right. I don't. So there's two on that. There's like, oh my God, that dude lost $200 million. And then there's also, you dumbass, you lost $200 million, because you couldn't remember your password. But on the cryptocurrency and the real currency, my big conundrum, I guess you could say, is my punch you in the face method. If the bank messes it up, I can go down there and punch them in the face. If Bitcoin messes it up, who do I get to punch in the face?
I don't think you can punch people in the face at the bank.
No, not
Alabama.
Not unless I want to go to jail. Yeah, this is Alabama. That's how we handle shit, man.
What am I thinking?
They're prepared. They've got gloves down at the bank. They see us coming in. They're like, "Yeah, let's go."
You just get punched in the face, man.
What's great?
The guy's top half naked.
These days, you can wear a mask in the bank too. So
I'm never gonna live that one out.
Hey, man, I think it would be the best PSA commercial for like making sure you don't abuse pharmaceuticals. Hearing that story, I just imagine you with your accent dramatic, like never do Ambien. You'll wind up hugging a cop. Naked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so awesome.
And almost wound up hugging a dude for the night. If that other guy didn't come down there.
You don't know. You probably did hug a dude for the night.
That's true. It's a little blurry.
Yeah, you don't know what happened that night.
I got to party with you at some point, man. That's like the only thing not allowed is Ambien.
If you just saw what was right here, you would trip.
All right, so I'm going to try and explain blockchain to y'all. So, Do you know what blockchain is? Anybody know?
I saw that it had to do with crypto tokens, which is it's like a value placed on it, right? It's not an actual thing; it's just a value placed on something.
Well, this is the thing: is blockchain is like a giant. This is the way it was explained to me: a giant spreadsheet that is kept by multiple computers all at once. Not like one central computer, but all of the computers that are involved in this Bitcoin. Or cryptocurrency, but other blockchains, it's distributed through all these computers all at once. So it's decentralized. This is the term, decentralized, meaning that there's no like central bank controlling it, and there's no central government, or it's just global. And so that's what makes it so much better than regular money. It's because it is distributed, and the other thing is it's more factual that way, because all kinds of different computers are checking each other's facts. So when in the ledger it says that I gave Ray Scanlon a Bitcoin, which is worth like $46,000 at this point. If I gave you a Bitcoin, it's in the ledger. It says I gave it to you, and it can never be changed. And it can't be destroyed because it's on all these different computers all at once.
Can you show us an example on like a real one?
Yeah.
Put it down for me that you gave me a Bitcoin.
I'll do that.
I really need to see.
So the computers, apparently all out there, they verify these transactions so that they're actually happening. And I don't know how they do that. I have no idea how they do that. But for verifying the transactions, they get some Bitcoin. And that's how they make new Bitcoins.
Yeah, man. Did you guys notice? Like, I don't know if, like, I noticed on when I was doing my taxes, that it asked me if I had any Bitcoin. That was like the first time ever. And I'm like, oh, so it's funny because like 12 years ago or whatever, everybody's treating Bitcoin like a joke. And now the government's asking if we're investing. It's like, oh, you son of a bitch. Tim Pool, he said if you wanted to invest $5,000 12 years ago, today he would have had 145 million if a friend didn't talk him out of it. Yet they were telling us it was it was a joke. I remember hearing it on Bill Maher and everything, like this is clown, this is a joke. And it's like, well, 145 million, or 200 million lost and all this stuff doesn't seem as much of a joke, right?
No, it's like real. So
it's real.
Well,
that's big boy money.
Yeah, and it just recently kind of happened. Like it just shot up from like 1,000 to 47,000, but then it goes up and down all over the place. So the main thing to do is to just, I think, hang on to it until, I don't know, until when.
Well, I think that's because it goes down because once it goes up, the people who have so much Bitcoin know that they can sell, and then that drops the stock, and then people start buying when it's low and it raises again. So it's just this like constant wave. That's what this means in the name of science.
So So here's a fact. In November 2017, Bitcoin was like $1,000. In January 2018, it was $20,000 for one Bitcoin. And now today it's worth $46,000.
In 2020, when I invested, it was 23,000.
Really?
So in a matter of months, it's doubled its worth. And so, it's. I'm telling you, man, I don't know why anybody would invest in Bitcoin, especially like you said, like there's no governing body or whatever. So it can get stolen, but at the same time, you don't have anybody trying to take as much money as they can from you because you're your own bank.
It's in there,
and that's awesome.
Yeah. But the problem is there's all kinds of different cryptocurrency now. In fact, Facebook makes a cryptocurrency. There's like all kinds of it now. So you're just like, which one should I buy?
Bunny rabbit ears and stuff. Like if you go on the like trade market, there's some weird shit. I think I saw poop emojis or something that look like it.
There was a Bitcoin that's called like, don't buy this Bitcoin. There's like, it's just a joke. It's like a total joke out there. Yeah, you can buy all these weird things. And then and the other thing is they use blockchain for other things. Like they're talking about using it for medical records and all this other stuff. It's like this incredibly powerful technology that none of us understand. Can you cash out? Yes, you can sell your Bitcoin. In fact, you can get a credit card. If you have a bunch of Bitcoin, you can get a credit card where you can just use anywhere. Like money. I don't know. Do you think we figured it out?
Us would do the commercial.
Yeah.
Hire us for the commercial.
Yeah.
We'll talk all about Bitcoin credit cards.
I think so. I think that Ray should do a commercial, anti-Ambien commercial, like you were saying.
Oh, absolutely. and his crap your pants plane story. Don't drink on the plane. It's bad news. It's bad news brand.
Well, that guy wasn't drinking, but it was scary for me. Yeah, I thought I had left to stay in the
story, man. I just imagined everybody looking left and right and waiting for people to get off the plane because it's like
they were, and everyone looked at me because I'm pretty sure they were like, it's that dude right there, it's him. But it turned out, thankfully, not to be.
That is hilarious.
I was laughing, man. I could not get back. I was trying to film that night, and I kept messing up because "did I shit my pants" story just kept in my brain, and it made me stutter every line. I was laughing so hard, man.
I love that story. All right, we're gonna move on to another science issue here. They're called xenobots.
Ooh,
yeah. Okay. This is kind of cheating because we have a film here that is actually telling us a little bit about this. So,
well,
tell me.
It looks like some that was left on a casting couch.
Oh my God. He went there. It's a removed genital wart.
That one is. You know, Xeno, man. I swear I'm not trying to promote my channel more, but like Xenomorph from Alien. So, from what I know about Xeno, and this is where we need fact checkers, is Xeno another way of saying like life form? You know,
that's a good question. What is the prefix Xeno?
Yeah,
I know
and so then you're talking like basically like mini cyborgs, because a cyborg is both human and robot. So you're talking about like basically the start. What they're showing here is like the start, the ground level of like cyborgs. You know, some crazy like that maybe.
Well, they've been talking a long time about nanotechnology and making these very tiny robots that go into your body and fix things and, you know, eat cancer or whatever, or take care of your, you know, surgery, microsurgery and things like that. And I never really understood that they might be biological. And that seems to be what this is.
Nano's always been cool anyway, man. As like a sci-fi geek, like I remember like Silver Surfer moved in like nanoseconds. I was like, what the hell is that? You know, he's the side guy of Galactus who eats planets. And I'm like, oh, this has to be cool. Found out about it. You know, and then I was excited when they made an iPod Nano. And I was like, this seems shit. you know, but I remember I'm like, okay, nano. And they're trying to make paint and stuff nano. That way you can have solar energy just with what you paint, like a house or whatever. And I'm like, holy cow, man. You know what gets me about that though, man, is, you know, like life is like a yin and yang, right? For all the good it can do bad.
Oh, yeah.
So you think about like stuff like sports enhancing drugs with nanotechnology and all that. And you're like, oh man, you know, you're looking at like a race of superhumans and stuff. You know, it's like there's some crazy little rabbit holes you can go down with this stuff. I'm kind of
scared.
Man.
I'm scared.
It's freaky.
So basically, what's happening is they took these cells from frogs. They took a heart cell, and they took just a skin cell from frogs, and they fed all this information into a computer at the University of Virginia, which I thought they were just, you know, they're like sewing mittens up there. And the University of Vermont. University of Vermont, they're up there sewing mittens, and they're also doing this. So they put all the information into a supercomputer, and the computer comes up with different combinations of these frog cells. And they're like, what's the best combination of these frog cells? And they came up with like 5 different combinations. And they all looked like this.
You guys ever see the movie Hell Comes to Frogtown with Roddy Piper?
No.
You totally should watch it. That's why you shouldn't mess with frogs.
Frogs are scary.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Fact. Matt Wright says Xeno means foreigners or outsiders. You know,
see, like that's even scarier, Matt.
Xenophobia is the fear of outsiders. Yeah. Ooh. That's pretty interesting. You know, and then all of a sudden, Gunnell says military dude, which I think he's saying they could make some military things that could destroy other people. There's a Gas Huffer song called Termite Thermometer. That's all about heroic nanobots.
So, oh, wow. What the hell?
So what they
I love that sounds like I was just going cross-eyed reading that shit, man.
What would you do, Ray? What would you do if you had some nanobots? To do good?
Wow, to do good.
Yeah, you got to do good with them. You're evil.
Well, that's pass. I'm definitely. I'm like an anti-hero, I guess you would say. More of a.
Are you evil?
I would make a robot to steal a bunch of money, and then I would give to charity. I don't know.
Oh wow, you're like Robin Hood.
I'm not.
Are you like Robin Hood?
Yeah. If Robin Hood shot a few people, you know, on the way,
and punched some people at the bank. Yeah. That's the thing that you want to do. You just want to go punch people at the bank. Let's face it.
Just at the bank. That's the only place.
Yeah.
I told you we got a party with Ray, man. Imagine that.
So then the guy,
Joel's like, I'm not down for jail, bro.
I'm not down for that.
It's fun.
Yeah, I love it. You know, okay, so then what happened is they took these plans for cells, and at Tufts University, some person took the cells and put them together the way the computer told them to put them together. And they used forceps, they call them, which are basically tweezers, and they built these little nanobots, and now they started moving around. So they moved around in these patterns that they had predicted, that the computer had predicted. But then some of them started moving around. Yeah.
Because he said in Jurassic Park, right? Life will find a way. So as much as you think you can control some, once you make life, that's where shit gets sketchy.
That's what happened.
Hold on.
What?
But do you want to? I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I do want to touch the iceberg and let y'all know that, hey, what if we run it back? What if we were designed? Ooh,
we were designed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, man. There's a theory. There's a theory that so it kind of goes along with Darwin theory that, okay, so Darwin theory happened and the jump in evolution was because we had aliens land and then alien. Yeah. And then there was the interspecies birth and now that's us. To me, when people are like, that's nonsense, I think to myself, but Adam and Eve isn't. Like, you don't believe in it. Like, have you ever noticed, guys, that on Adam and Eve, like, they have belly buttons? So how can they be the first humans if they have belly buttons, dude?
So
that's first of all. Second of all, like, okay, let's say that you shit on the alien thing, like, for whatever reason. Like, statistically, we're not the only ones out there. Like, I know people that still to this day are like, yeah, no, how can you believe in Darwin's theory? You think we come from monkeys? And I'm like, you think we come from like some inbred, like Adam and Eve stuff that they ate an apple, so then they decide to go at it, and then and then they magically have belly buttons. It's like,
well, I mean, the biggest debunk I think is when Cain was right. He was sent away, and God marked him or whatever, so he wouldn't. But he went and found a wife immediately in another town, so other people were around. Whoops.
Yeah, man. And even that, man. I mean, Cain's story is basically the same as like Dracula's. Like, he's like, oh, you're not going to be able to see sunlight and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, man. Like, so he basically turned Cain into a vampire. Is that what happened? So I just think it's just nonsense to me, man. It's like, to each their own. I'm not one to judge, but it's like, I just don't understand where certain people believe in, like, they can believe in something crazy. Psilocybin is where it's at. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Science.
The entire Old Testament is psilocybin.
You think they're tripping?
Hey,
they were, man.
They said the burning bush is released. Yeah, there's actual. To me, I just thought you were talking about partying, man. I'm like, yeah, shrooms it is.
No, I was talking about. Also, like you hear Rogan talk about it sometimes about the development of the human brain was because the monkeys bent down and they ate the psilocybin, and it made them see and think and kind of figure things out. And I don't know if I buy into that 100%, but it makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Look, man, if you ever watch, you want to talk about science, man, you ever want to watch the spread of spores in like shrooms
I've seen it in real time.
It's an alien.
It's insane. Yeah, it really is. Joel's over here like, we are so off topic.
No, I love it.
No, man, shrooms is science, man. Psilocybin, it helps.
It's all science.
PTSD, bipolar, like it helps so many mental disorders. Like you said, man, you hear Rogan.
Science I know about.
Rogan.
Yeah, I think we should. Let's face it, we all know about altered.
Rogan should have. Yeah. Rogan should hear you guys talk about it. Is what I think.
I don't.
We're on lunch therapy. Who wants to be on Joe Rogan?
Fuck that Rogan.
Rogan ain't got shit.
Yeah, fuck Rogan.
I want to know this, Jack. How do you know Adam and Eve had belly buttons? How do you know this?
Well, I'm going off of the fact that I don't. First of all, Adam and Eve, as far as I'm concerned, their last name could be Smith, and they could be from 2 years ago. I don't believe in the Adam and Eve thing. But for me, it's like every picture I've seen, painting and stuff, I'm always like, yeah, belly buttons. And then health class, that's where I learned the umbilical cord came from, and that's so they have to have a mom. So then, where does that end? Where do you're like, okay, so was she the first? But then, and so on and so forth. So I just think
see, I heard it like this. It's crazy. A riddle. It's a riddle. This guy, he's like he walks into this cave. This is the dumbest riddle ever, but I'll tell you anyway. He walks into this cave, and there are two people perfectly preserved from millions of years ago. And the guy instantly looks at him and says, "Oh, that's Adam and Eve." And the question is, how does he know? And the answer is...
So he was the inventor of the name book?
Yeah.
Baby names. Biblical baby names.
He said, I'm going to name them Adam and Eve. No, he
was Jack and Jane Doe. Everybody knows
He was certain they were Adam and Eve. And the reason was, and the answer to the riddle is, because they had no belly buttons. That's the way the riddle goes. So I always heard they didn't have belly buttons. And that's the proof.
That's what I used to run off Jehovah's Witness with when they knock on the door. I say, let me ask you a question. You can answer the question. I'll stand here and listen to you. And they're okay. And I say, did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? And then they just stare at me blankly.
Some guy tried to get me to convert in a Target, and all of a sudden I was, because he caught me at a bad time, man. I was doing some sci-fi thinking, and I'm just like, you know how many stars there is in the galaxy and how many suns that can be? And he just was trying to avoid me, but then I was hot. I was like, you know what? I'm chasing this guy. So I chased him down through Target because I'm like, we're not done. I'm gonna convert you to science, my friend. Yeah. And he's just like, look, I gotta go, man. And I'm like, hey, you found me. I was in here with my wife just shopping for Christmas.
I'm riding home with you, bro.
Yeah, let's, my wife actually left the store. She was so annoyed with me.
I just think it's beautiful that people believe in anything.
I agree. Hey, look,
you know what I mean? Anything.
I agree, man. If you get spiritual enlightenment, I'm cool. But
if you get some kind of peace out of that,
that's fine. But not when I'm shopping.
No, and they shouldn't push it on you.
I'm trying to buy condoms, bro. What the hell, man?
We don't run into that here in Los Angeles. We don't go to the store. Especially a lot of people think that I'm always on something anyway. So why would you come up to me who look like I'm a couple cans short of a six-pack anyway and think, there's the guy. That's the guy. Yeah, Ray knows. He's going to punch people
I'm not approachable. I am not approachable.
Are people scared of you?
In real life.
People are scared
Until I speak to them, people are always like, you look like you stepped off a Harley and walked in here ready to kick somebody's ass. And I'm like, no, dude, actually, I'm ready to smoke one, ready to burn one. And let's talk, and they're like, you're nothing like I thought you were. And stereotypes.
I get the same thing sometimes that I have resting
I look like a gorilla
face.
with a human skin. Like, hey, I'm a gorilla going disguised as a human. That's my body structure. So people think man, there's that guy is mean. And I'm like, no way. I'm nice.
Yeah.
I'm a sweetheart.
No,
unless you give me at Target.
It's good to surprise people. I'm going to surprise you now with one more surprise segment. Comedians talking porcupines.
Yay.
Joe Rogan's going to be so jealous that we were talking porcupines. This is a beautiful porcupine eating something. This is from the Smithsonian National Zoo.
Oh, God.
Isn't that thing great?
It's offensive. That nose looks like a set of nuts, man.
You wish you had nuts like that.
Yeah, I wish I had. Look at that nut hair, man. This is long, man.
Right? I love the close-up porcupine. What is he eating? Is it like a corn on the cob or something like that? Okay.
Now from his profile, he looks cute, but that makes me feel weird because his nose looks like a scrotum.
So weird.
So from the side, I think scrotums are cute.
It sounds like a bird.
Oh my God! He just admitted that he thought scrotums were cute.
He's the cutest scrotum I've ever seen.
It looks like that guy has my hair from 2003.
with the blonde highlights.
Yeah, man.
The frosted tips.
Yeah.
I love that thing. So here's some porcupine facts. Anybody know what a group of porcupines is called?
I don't think anyone in the world does.
It's
Porkers.
That's pretty good. It's close. It's close.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
I only know because Mr. Joel here already told me.
Do you remember though?
I do because
Yeah.
I used to call one of my teachers that.
Oh.
His name was Mr. Nichols, and I used to call him Mr. Prickles.
Mr. Prickles. It's called a prickle. A prickle of porcupines. Sorry, not enjoying this conversation at all. Loretta is not enjoying this. I think it was the earlier
Loretta, lay it
conversation.
up.
I'm sorry,
Makes
Loretta.
sense.
I'm
Makes sense.
actually a believer. I just don't believe the Old Testament. I believe the New Testament.
No, I think she was
Yeah,
talking
no,
about.
I don't want
any
to.
better.
I think she was talking about the porcupine's nose talk that we were having.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were going down that. 'Cause I think somebody said something earlier.
I'm sorry, Loretta. We apologize for sure. So
He warned you about off topic, Loretta.
I'm going to tell you, I actually encouraged you to do off topic. Porcupines are nocturnal, primarily active at night. Yeah. Like
I did not know
myself.
that either.
Yeah. Their vision is poor. They have an excellent sense of smell. That's why they have that huge scrotum-like nose. And baby porcupines are called porcupets. Porcupets.
Oh, that's
There you go.
that's
There's some
adorable.
facts for you.
So an American named it, I guess.
Porcupets.
An American named the babies.
So does a porcupine's COVID mask look like underwear?
I know. Why is it not wearing a mask? Is what I want to know.
Like a
It needs
G-string.
underwear, man. Yeah, man. Hide them nuts.
Oh God. Okay, so we're moving on. We're moving on from the porcupine.
He is cute.
He is cute as heck.
Yeah, that's cute.
All right, so
Hey,
I
thank
think
you.
this has gone pretty well.
Oh, I thought y'all were talking about the porcupine.
And you too, Ray. As long as you don't.
Thank you.
I learned a hell of a lot from you guys today.
I think we showed
Yeah.
the cult of the hummingbird that comedians
Yeah.
are also very astute, and they should have already known how much we like to talk.
Yeah, we love to talk.
I think they understand that we're very intelligent.
Very
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah, I would imagine when you look at guys like us, the first thing that comes out is like they have to have a high IQ.
Yeah, that's for sure. I made sure that I got the highest IQ comedians that I could find for today, because I knew this was going to be, first time we're really doing this, and I knew I needed some high-powered, brain cells. Also, we've got a great science. Jose needs more science. Jose is an incredible. He has incredible knowledge about science. I don't know if you've met Jose, but whenever he's on here, he's got he actually texts me topics sometimes. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that was happening. It's incredible.
Yeah. Jose, look me up, man. We'll talk science.
Yeah.
And, comedy.
You can look me up, but you're going to have to talk
That's what I
to me
do.
about science.
Okay, look both these guys up because Jack Franklin has Jack Does on YouTube. And Ray has Crayz Ray Scanlon, and he's blowing up the internet, especially on TikTok, because he's an internet troll. You're like a professional internet troll.
I trolled Canada. That's not even a joke. If you want to go look, you can.
All right, so
Like
we're moving on.
8 million people.
Yeah, no, but didn't you get 20,000 followers in a week or something on?
It was they blew up twice. It went from 4,000 to 6,000, and then 6,000 to 20, and then now, like I said, since we talked last week, it's only got 3,500, 4,000. So it's slowed down a lot.
That's
Yeah, but
down.
still, man, those are
good.
good numbers, man.
Good numbers.
Damn.
I'm
jealous.
Well, you know what they say. You can't really ever be TikTok famous. You know what I mean?
That's
you
what
got
they
to
say?
get them all. Yeah, really. See, you got to
That's
get
what
them
he
all
says.
to migrate over to YouTube. So
I see.
eventually, that's what the
You gotta
bigger
pull
ones
them
do.
into
Yeah.
YouTube. I get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, ideal video is 22 seconds on TikTok or something. And so they
Yeah,
only get
but-
to know a snippet of you,
Well, now they've they sent me a notification, which I've never gotten one before, but I guess now they sent me a notification, let me know that the creators will now, if you have over so many, which is 10,000 at the moment, you can go. They're about to change it to 3-minute videos. You'll have a 15 1 minute, and then up to 3 minutes.
I
So
want to do TikTok live. Apparently, you can
It's
do
fun.
that after.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it's fun, but you get jackholes in there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
I'll tell you, man. I got
They're
some
not playful
ideas
like
for
me.
TikTok, but I have to figure out my shtick because I noticed like on a Jack Does video, I'll like, oh, this should take 15 minutes, and then I'll be editing, or my partner Josh will be editing, and next thing you know, it's like, it's like a 35-minute video. I'm like, really?
I know.
It seems so quick.
I know. Time flies. The thing about YouTube that I've realized is that it's like I was saying this to Ray, it's like a forest, a very, very deep forest. And your show is like out there in the middle of the forest. And you can give people maps to go to it. But,
That's a great analogy.
What you're looking for is people tour guides to take people there. You need like a tour bus. Hey, there's a great party going on out in the woods. So you got to keep building until they start sending tourists there.
I would pay that tourist bus to always take them my way because it's hard as hell. It's hard as hell
Blow the horn
to get subscribers.
Yeah. So subscribe to these guys. Subscribe to Lunch Therapy. Thanks everybody for being on the show today. We're gonna play a song and we're all gonna dance. And it's not even a super upbeat song, but we're gonna dance. And I hope that you all
bust out Ray's stuff at his desk, man.
Yeah, we're all gonna.
He's about to. Well, if you play WAP, I'll get up out of my desk.
If you give him some Ambien, he'll be up.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you say walk like for Batera?
No, yeah, WAP. WAP is in Cardi B.
Oh, okay. I was like, you can dance to Walk from Pantera? Awesome.
I wish I could play
I
that.
could attempt it.
Oh my God, we are grape nuts. Here we go. We're moving on to the dance party. Here we go. Oh, okay. We're not there yet.
Oh, we're actually on.
I got to tell you who these guys are. Taylor Bloom, Benjamin Cooley. They're going to be doing a Simon and Garfunkel song. You guys know Simon and Garfunkel?
I do.
You do?
I
Okay.
do.
So these guys are super good. I like to find people on YouTube out in the woods. Got woods behind me. Out in the woods of YouTube, I like to find people doing cover songs. And these guys are awesome. So here we go. Benjamin Cooley and Taylor Bloom.
I would have put my head through your...
They're like in a bus or something. I don't know what's going on.
I love that guy's hair.
Isn't it cool? It's like a Q-tip.
It's so funny.
Loretta says least therapeutic show so far.
Jeez, Loretta.
Sorry, Loretta. But,
I think she's not going to subscribe.
It's good that she's honest. It's good that she's honest. Jose says breathe. Yeah, let's all breathe and dance. This is where we're going to dance. And,
Jose.
So they're going to start pretty soon here.
Oh, Miss Robinson. Oh, no.
The boxer.
Yeah, the boxer.
These guys have songs like... They have voices like angels.
If they do the shake part, it might remind Ray of Ambien.
I like their travel band, too.
Isn't that cool? These guys are like, I don't know, they're like on the road or something. I think the guy, Ben, did a Simon and Garfunkel like musical.
No, no, no.
Let's see who else we got. Some comments here. Hair guy is Garfunkel, yeah. Obs.
Yeah.
I'm dancing.
All right, I'll start.
Come on, guys. It's hard to dance to a song like this. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm singing. La 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 la.
I'm the thunder noise.
La la la.
La 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 la. It's a great song. I don't know what good fight song. Fight song for who, Chris?
A boxer with a 1-win.
Oh, because it's the
47 loss
boxer.
records.
Big fight song. I thought it was like the fight song for some college or something.
Dude, I'd be scared if somebody walked out to fight to this. Up music, like holy shit.
We can sing them on. Let's see. Okay, somebody's got a case of the Moines days. All right, this is a good song. This is a good song.
Curly Head is falling asleep.
I know, he's so relaxed. He's not like me. All right, so we're going to end the show here pretty soon. I'll let these guys play it out.
No, it isn't strange after changes upon changes.
What's up, Kieran?
After changes, we are more or less the same.
Kern, yeah.
That's a good guy.
Yeah. Chuck says depression is fun. Depression is not fun. That's why we have lunch therapy.
It's depression is material.
It's only for material.
Very well said. I love it that this guy's now known as Hair Guy for your audience.
Yeah, such a beautiful voice. You know, these guys graciously let me play this on the show so that I could make fun of Ben Cooley's hair. But
Well, Ben Cooley, are a great vocalist.
he is a good one.
You're freaking Cooley, dude.
He's super
Yeah.
cool.
There's a reason we're wearing hats, man. We don't have as cool of hair, dude.
That's right.
Yep.
We do have a lot of hats. All right, thanks y'all, everybody, for being here. We are going to end the show now.
Bye,
And
Loretta. I love you.
We love Loretta. Loretta loves the show. So.
Bye, Loretta.
All right, see y'all later.
See ya, man.